I'm Mark.
And I'm Katheryn. And
And
this is our
our
love story. How long have we been dating?
A year and a half.
About.
Yeah, we first briefly met at her Uncle Dave's 60th birthday party back in October of 2019. And so we had sat at a communal table with some friends, co-workers, and her mom and dad. And we just a quick conversation, nothing too much. But after the party, talked to her Uncle Dave, which happens to be a dear friend of mine for the last 35 years. I told him that met his family. It was great to know them, great party, and your niece was very attractive and very smart. That's all I said. Well, months go by, and COVID appears. He calls Katheryn to check on her and her daughters to see if they're okay. And in doing so says, oh, by the way, do you remember my friend Mark? He said...
But he didn't say, oh, he said that 6 months ago.
Right. And so she got the impression that it was something recent. So she had some dialogue with him about, okay, who is he? And he said, oh, by the way, he's single. He had a conversation about me.
But I was like, wait a minute, he's in Bakersfield? I don't know about long distance, because I was in Oceanside at the time.
Right.
And I said, here's my email. We'll start out something simple. So...
Yeah, so he comes to work the next day and says, hey, by the way, do you remember Katheryn? No. The girl you met, my niece, over at the party. Oh, yeah. Well, I told her what you said. Oh, no. He goes, I go, no, to Dave, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not interested in a long-distance relationship. Ended one several months ago. No thanks. But I'll email her. A day or two goes by. She friends me on Facebook.
So I can check him out, stalk him, go back, kind of see who he is.
Exactly. And I said, instead of text messaging through Messenger on Facebook, we figured I'll just call you. And by far, that was the best 3.5 hour conversation we had on that Friday, on the 17th of April, 2020. And we've ever since then, we just really clicked really well, and we spoke. Now, granted, she's in Oceanside and I'm in Bakersfield, so we really can't see each other other than through FaceTime or just being in a conversation on the phone. So we talked every day, 2, 3, 4 hours. After the first nearly 2 weeks gone by, as a joke, we're thinking we're just acting like a bunch of teenage couple on the phone constantly talking. We're like, I wonder how many hours we've clocked. So I get my phone, look at the hours, the minutes, add them all up, and we hit 40 hours in 2 weeks. And we laughed about it. But I kept a tally the whole time period. Almost the whole time period we were dating. So I thought, this is the time I got to go meet her officially. So I pulled all the stops. We figured out what day was available, which is that following Saturday.
May 2nd?
Yeah, May 2nd. So flowers, chocolate, bottle of wine, a scarf,
A couple apples,
chocolate dipped strawberries, and a roll of toilet paper. Remember the time period, there's no toilet paper anywhere. It's scarce and it was super expensive, so I thought that was the most cherished item in the basket I had. So we discussed about I'll meet her at in the morning, and of course, I was truthful with her the previous night on Friday. I said, hey, listen, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm excited. And she said, well, if you can't sleep, you can always get here earlier in the morning. I thought, okay. So I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and drove down to Oceanside. Got there 2 hours, 45 minutes, because there's not a single car on the freeway on the 405. Got there. I'm supposed to meet her in the back. I have to meet your dog first.
Shaggy,
because he's blind and he needs to sit there, smell me, hear my voice, make sure, so I have to pass that test first before I can talk to her. So I come around the corner and I see her for the first time since last year, but now under different circumstances. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's a knockout. From head to toe. I thought, wow. Then their eyes locked. I thought, man, she's just gorgeous. So I walked up to her and I saw Shaggy, petted him, and his tail was wagging. Okay, great, I'm in. The dog let me in. So we looked and we embraced, like just two old friends, and we just really connected. And as I pulled away, I kissed her.
Church kiss.
Church kiss. Not once, but a couple times, and it was just magic. And we went for a morning walk thereafter, and within probably 10 minutes or so, we started holding hands, and our fingers are entwined. And since then, we've spoken every single day.
Or been together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been a great, exciting relationship for someone to connect with. But some of the things we did during the 2 weeks, which we felt was very important, was our personalities, compatibility. So I took the Myers-Briggs test, and that was a long ordeal between the test and the studying of all the different personalities. And she just decided to take it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we
redid it.
Yeah, we were very compatible. I thought, okay, great, we can go forward. But on the second when we met, we had a great lunch. We walked on the beach.
Saw the bioluminescence in Oceanside. That was pretty memorable.
Right, and so it was such a phenomenal day. So before the evening was done, we got in a truck and we're kind of visiting, and I said, I'd like to pursue you, and I'd like to make a promise to come up every 2 weeks to visit you and get to know you better and your daughters. So will you go study with me? And she looked at me and she says, yes, I will. Okay. Because, I'm a guy. I need a definitive answer. I don't want to just assume anything. So she said, yes, I will. And so I started our relationship. And we had some phenomenal times. Like the following day, we got up in the morning, had breakfast. But before breakfast, this is crazy. I remember reading a book years ago about the 5 love languages. And I know there's a test for it that indicates what your love language is. We all have 5 parts to them, but they vary in percentages. We never had a conversation about it in the past, so I found the test online and I took it. And just before I hit submit, she sent me her results for it. I thought, how did she know I was taking the test at the exact same time? We never spoke about this test or this book or anything. And I got so I got her results. I submit mine. I got my results seconds later, and our results were nearly identical, both in percentage as well as what was important. And I thought, oh, this is crazy. Crazy in a good way.
Crazy amazing.
Crazy amazing. And that just kind of solidified the direction we're going in this relationship, though very new, was going.
Yeah.
It was going somewhere spectacular.
Mm-hmm. And my birthday was coming up in a few weeks, so then I decided to go up and visit him in Bakersfield. So we did hiking, but of course one of the most memorable meals was La Costa's mole, poblanos, enchiladas.
Mm-hmm.
We love mole. And he took me up to the Frank Lloyd Wright house here in Bakersfield, and we ate outside. It was just perfect. It was beautiful. He's very thoughtful, and all of these little things just helped add to the relationship. So
yeah, and so that weekend was nice for her birthday, for Frank Lloyd Wright house, so hiking.
We went on a bike ride.
Bike ride, motorcycle ride that is. I bought you some nice dresses, and so just really set the tone for the rest of our time dating. We've been, oh my goodness, we've been traveling back and forth to Oceanside. We visited family. We visited
Catalina.
We've been up to Boise visiting family. And so it's been.
We can travel together. That's good.
We travel very well together.
Yeah.
Families, new sights, new experiences. And we've gone along so well, and we're so communicative with one another. Yeah, this is me not trying to keep my tears inside.
But the family, his parents, his sister, incredible, welcoming me into the family,
Yeah, you met me, my parents,
Yeah.
and my sister and brother-in-law on my birthday in July, and so you got to know them.
And then my brother Joe got married in October of 20, and so that's why Mark wanted to go up and visit my mom in Boise first, so that he didn't just meet her at the wedding. We got a chance to have you two meet before then.
Right.
That was
and
a
so
really
we were
nice
having
trip.
dinner up there in Boise. We're just outside Boise, this nice restaurant. And so she excused herself from the table for a moment, and so it's just myself and her mom, Judy.
That way they can talk amongst themselves.
Right. And so I confessed my love to her, to Judy about Katheryn. And I thought, I love her. She is something special. She's phenomenal. I am not going to let I'm not going to let her go. I'm not going to let her go. She's incredible. And I gave her all these reasons why. And she looked at me, and she looked teary-eyed. She says, I've been praying for you to be here. I've been praying for her to find the right man, and you're here. And that was very emotional. Just sort of like, wow. This is not a recent prayer, but this has been a prayer for many years, as she had said. And so we're going in the right direction. So all the family's on board. My family adore her. We get along really well with her side of the family. Her brothers, even though her brother Joe tried to stab me. When I met her brother Joe for the first time, one of the four brothers, he's, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. I stuck my hand to shake his hand. Well, he lunged at me, just to be just two guys, just being guys. And of course, the girls screamed, "Joe, what are you doing? No!" I thought it was great because I just took it as from a man's standpoint, it's not of affection. Just kind of be a little gruff. But I told him from now on, I'm going to make his story a little more. I'm going to embellish a little bit. So he tried to take me down and stab him, and I took him down, and I won the fight. But of course, that's just being playful.
But then you got to meet the rest of my family and some cousins at my brother Joe's wedding. Yep, in October. Yep, and then you just kind of fit right in. Everything was perfect.
Yeah. And it was nice. Was when we went to Joe's wedding, met all the brothers. It was great because he treated me as if he'd always known me. Very well accepted. I felt very comfortable visiting, talking to everybody, and just being a part of it. Either doing something or nothing. It was hanging with the guys. And so all these pieces throughout the relationship, just being comfortable and accepted and loved genuinely, has just really solidified our relationship even more so, and have increased the love I have for Katheryn as well as the rest of the family. And especially for her daughters. They have been they're both opposites, but they're just great people, and I'm really grateful for both of them. I love them dearly. Yeah, I'm trying to hold my tears back again.
So then, when you thought about proposing, you had.
So I know what a great day that was. So the whole week, the year's gone by. Now we're in 2021, and I knew I've been telling everybody I'm gonna let this go. I'm not gonna let her go. She's mine. I'm just waiting for the right moment. And so I'm trying to be quiet and sneaky. And I told her I'd never lie to you. I'd never lie to her ever, unless I'm trying to pull a surprise. I'm gonna lie through my teeth until the day happens. So I was waiting. I thought, what a better appropriate day to propose on the day I asked you to go study with me, which was May 2nd of 2021. So I thought, where should I take her? Obviously, the first place I took her for our first date when she came to Bakersfield was at the Frank Lloyd Wright home. So I was talking to my sister. I told her my whole plan, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, yes, let's do this. I know what you want. I got your back." Okay. So she and her husband Lionel did a great job of orchestrating everything. So we planned the hour, the day. Meanwhile, a couple months earlier, I didn't want to buy Katheryn an engagement ring. I wanted just something unique, so I bought her some custom-made engagement earrings that match her wedding band that I chose. And so we're going to go out on that day because she's thinking we're going to go on our 1-year anniversary dinner, which I guess we did. So we dressed up real nice. I had the earrings stuffed in my sock, and I told her, "Hey, we're going to stop at a good friend of mine is the one who's in charge of that property for the Frank Lloyd Wright home." So I told her that he asked me to go look on the property. So we went up there real quick, and of course the front door is locked. And so we had to go to the side door. So the way the house is situated, when you go to the side door, it's kind of like a courtyard area. And with this nice pool and grassy, nice garden. So we walked that way, and she looks over into the courtyard, and there's this nice table with a bottle of wine on ice, flowers, roses, rose petals on the table, some chocolates.
But his sister had actually gotten their grandmother's tablecloth, his parents' wedding china, and their 25th wedding anniversary vase, and then his sister and her husband's wedding champagne glasses.
Right.
So he told me this while we were sitting there eating dinner, and I was just bawling. It was just so emotional. It was so sweet of her, too.
Yeah, because it just shows that everybody in the family is on board for this and our relationship together. And of course, what was her meal? We had the enchilada poblanas from La Costa. It's her favorite restaurant. So obviously, she was able to get there before we arrived, set the table up, the food, everything was flawless. And so she left a minute or two before we arrived, so the timing was perfect. And so the whole evening just flowed naturally. We talked about what we've memories of what we've gone through, what we've done together, things we want to do together in the future, where life, just different things of our relationship and what we want to do.
I'm still thinking it's just our 1-year anniversary dinner.
Right, and one thing led to another, and an opportunity came, and meanwhile, I have my hand trying to slip this box out of my socks, trying to be covert. And as the conversation continued, it led to a point where we can't make all these dreams come true unless you become my wife. Will you marry me? And I opened the box, and there's...
He slithered down real quick and then popped out with the box. And it was most surprising because we'd already talked about the type of wedding ring, and we already knew that at some point in the future we'd be getting married, but we hadn't really talked about when. So I already knew that there was no way there was a ring. That's why I was shocked that you had a box. And then when I opened it up and I saw these earrings, they were just gorgeous in blue, because I am always wearing blue or blue jeans. So I proposed, of course, and she says, "Yes, of course I will." And so I thought, this is great. Sorry, hold me back my tears again. So the good news the great thing about our relationship, we both get teary-eyed. We're very sentimental and things. And so we'll just look at each other sometimes and start tearing up.
Yeah, tearing up. So we got to take a pause. So we stop teary-eyed. Get teary-eyed.
So it's going to be really hard, the wedding. We're just going to have to let him
just
go.
let them flow. So that was a proposal that was on, I said, May 2nd. And so since then we have been getting everything prepared for the wedding. She's really good at organizational skills, and she's done phenomenal work. So we've been that and tag teaming some other things. So the wedding's going to be on October 3rd. of 2021. So
We're more excited, I think, about having as many people from both sides of our family there that can make it. You know, some people we were surprised are actually going to fly and come in. Some people we understand they can't come, but we didn't want to wait a whole year, you know. So,
no,
yeah.
I would let you go. So if I had to put a ring on it in order to keep you. So yeah, we're looking forward to the wedding. Everyone, both friends and family, and we're so grateful for the fact that so many people are flying in from different parts of the country just to be with us, because I guess they kind of like us, you know. So that's exciting. What defines love? Obviously, we're a little older than the younger generation, so there's a greater appreciation for what true love is. It's not infatuation or a feeling. It's just it's the confidence, the knowing, the fact that there's somebody who genuinely cares for you above all things, and who's true and honest, and wanting to do for the other, not because of selfish reasons or alternative motive, but generally because I true, unconditional love.
Partner.
A partner.
Best friend.
Soulmate.
Yeah. And at different points of our relationship, we've said, oh, we wish we would have met each other when we were younger. But then we know that we wouldn't be who we are now.
Right.
Then we wouldn't have probably dated.
Probably not.
But based on our past experiences and relationships, it's made us who we are now. So
this is the right time for us. Yeah, so we grow together better and stronger.
And we have fun together. We make each other laugh. We're creative together.
Yeah.
Doing house projects, yard work.
Side by side. We like hanging out with each other constantly.
Yeah. But we have to work.
Yeah. And so and the best thing about it is we've decided to always be happy. We've decided to never argue about anything, but discuss it and come to mutual agreements. So life is very sweet. Yeah. And that's
our love story.